This tribunal is in session. The tribunal will hear the claim of rapture versus tribulation. The question to be considered by this tribunal is whether the rapture will occur before the beginning of the 7 years tribulation. This tribunal calls upon Dr. John Greed to present the case in favour of the pre-tribulation rapture. Your Honour, honourable members of the tribunal, I have been asked to present the case in favour of the pre-tribulation rapture. That is to say, the argument that the rapture, the taking up of all Christians to be with the Lord, will occur before the beginning of the final 7 years of Daniel's 70th week. May it please the tribunal, I have 7 arguments which I wish to put forward in favour of this proposition that the rapture will precede the beginning of the tribulation. Firstly, may I draw the tribunal's attention to the book of Revelation, chapters 1, 2 and 3. They have numerous mentions of the church, and after the end of chapter 3, the word church does not appear again. It's not there. That is the first of my 7 points. And my second point is to be found in Revelation chapter 5. May I read it to the tribunal? Revelation chapter 5, and beginning at verse 8. And when he, that is the Lamb, had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odours, which are the prayers of saints. And they sang a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof. Note that the seals are not yet open, not even the first one. Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood, out of every kindred, and tongue, and people, and nation, and hast made us unto God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Who are these beings in heaven saying, You have saved us, you have made us to be kings and priests? I put it to the tribunal that these are the raptured saints. And this is very early in the book of Revelation. It's before the opening of any of the seals. It's before any mention of the trumpets. It's before any mention of the beast, the image of the beast, the mark of the beast, and the bowls of wrath. This passage which I have read is before all of that. And leaving the book of Revelation, can I turn now from my third point to St. Paul's second epistle to the Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians verse 2, and may I read from verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, in that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only He who now letteth will let until he is taken out of the way. He who now letteth or hindereth will hinder until he is taken out of the way. Who hinders the work of Satan? Is it not the Holy Spirit? And are not Christians the temple of the Holy Spirit? Does not this mean, therefore, that the Christians will be taken out before the man of sin is revealed? That is my third point. Now to my fourth point. Long word, dispensationalism. The concept that God works in different ways in different periods of history. God had his dispensation, or if you like, his covenant, which is not the same thing, but the same principle. God had his agreement with Adam, his promise to Adam. Later, there were other covenants. After the time of Abraham and Moses, we have, particularly after the time of Moses, we have the law. The Old Testament, the Old Covenant. And this dispensation, it involves 490 years, Daniel's 70 weeks. 69 of those weeks passed, and then the Messiah was crucified, and there was a pause. The age which we call the church age, or the time of the Gentiles, intervened. The new covenant, the church dispensation. And is it not logical to say that this dispensation must end before God returns to his old previous dispensation for the final 7 years? So the church will be taken out before the final 7 years, which will complete the old dispensation. That is my fourth point. My fifth point is Noah. We are told that at the time of the end it will be as in the days of Noah, when they were eating, drinking, marrying, until the day when Noah went into the ark. Can I point out that Noah went into the ark before the rain began? Not when he was up to his neck in water. Noah did not even get the soles of his feet wet. He went into the ark before the rain began. Likewise, is it not logical to say that Christians will be taken up before the tribulation begins? As in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the last days. And my point number 6 is the practicality of the concept of the pre-tribulation rapture. The fact that the Lord may come before I finish this speech keeps Christians on their toes. If they could say, we know the Lord is not coming just yet, would it not be a temptation for Christians to fall into slackness? So here is a very practical doctrine that the Lord may come at any moment. And my 7th and final point, Jesus himself said that he did not know the date of the rapture. Not even the angels, not even the Son, the Father alone knows these things. If we were able to calculate and look at a calendar and say, the rapture will come at such and such a date, put a red ring on the calendar. No, we cannot do it. Even Jesus himself did not know the time of these last events. And for these 7 reasons, I therefore submit to this tribunal that the rapture will take place before the beginning of the 7 years of the tribulation. if I may summarize the 7 points, firstly, Revelation chapter 3, after which there is no further mention of the word church. Secondly, Revelation chapter 5, with beings in heaven singing, "You have redeemed us." Before even the opening of the first seal, they are singing in heaven. My third point, Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, "He who now hinders will hinder until he is taken out of the way." Is this not the Holy Spirit? And the Christians who are the temple of the Holy Spirit being taken out of the way. And then the man of sin can do his work. Fourth point, the dispensation. Is it not true to say that the church dispensation must end before the return to the old dispensation for the final 7 years of Daniel's 70 weeks, 490 years? Point 5, Noah did not even get the soles of his feet wet. Point 6, the practicality of the any moment rapture theory. The excellent effect it has on Christians in keeping them on watch, knowing that the Lord may come like a thief in the night, utterly without warning. And my 7th and final point, if Jesus did not know the date, how can we? I rest my case. Your Honour, I believe that you and the tribunal may wish to have some time to consider these matters before passing judgment, before delivering your judgment, and I will therefore withdraw for the tribunal to consider them.